Who I am, I was born as Vicktoria, but my magical name is Gypsy Luna. I birthed elements of spirit, my EOS magic shop. I was definitely in my mid, maybe late 20s, around there. And it was at that point that's how I first became Gypsy Luna. So I've carried that name for all these years and kind of stuck with me. As I was telling you earlier, I mentioned earlier about my story about Santa Muerte. That sort of came around when I was 14. She showed up, combing my hair after a late shower, and in the reflection of the mirror in my bedroom, she was standing in the doorway. Definitely scared me. Wasn't something I embraced, and I actually didn't know anything about her. Didn't even really grow up with knowing a lot about this stuff, actually. There was small moments throughout my childhood that presented very normally, like my father teaching me on how to grow my money, using plants. My grandmother, how to protect our home, the folk way of protecting your space, using lemons and salt. So there was a lot of stuff that it wasn't really told to me. And it wasn't until I expanded my circle of just curiosity. Curiosity is what really got me more into it, because being psychic or being able to have premonitions or intuition, to me, was always normal. I just thought a lot of other people had it. There was just so many small experiences that I had that sort of shaped who I am. And it was so unconscious. Wasn't really aware of it. I always had dreams. I always had visions. I always knew things. I knew how to do something. But I didn't question how I knew or where it came from. I accepted it. And I think that's really why it was so easy for me to step in and move in the direction that I did, and to actually have the business that I do, because I just accepted who I was. I may not always share it with people, and if I did, it didn't matter to me if people thought I was crazy. I had all my moments. But these steps that I took, the getting my real estate license, getting my sales license, my insurance, that were all to empower me, because I did have low self-esteem. I did struggle with doubt. I did struggle with depression and sadness and alcoholism. Every experience that I've had in my path and journey up until this moment has guided me, has sculpted me, has molded me, has shaped me to be who I am today. And who am I today? I am many things. Something my father said when I was 12 years old. Search not just for an answer, but seek a path to your truth and discover your magic. And I'm not talking hocus pocus. I'm talking the magic to change, to grow. We all want to be enlightened. But what does that really mean? What does that really look like?